Welcome back to the Green Workbench. Today we're building a barnwood mason jar herb garden, a planter that you can hang on the wall in your kitchen if you have a nice bright window, or outside on your porch, which is what I do. Looks great in my front entryway. What you need are hose clamps for however many mason jars you're going to hang. Mine has 3, and they need to be a size that will fit around your mason jars. You need a piece of wood. Any wood that you want to use will do. This is barnwood from my grandfather's barn. But barnwood, driftwood, any kind of reclaimed wood look really nice and fit in with the theme. So you have your hose clamp. Unscrew it all the way so that it comes apart. Now the tracks are going to be too thin to put a nail through, but it's a lot easier to drill a hole where there's one already existing. So at the last track, I took my drill with the small bit. The bit depends on the size of the nail that you're going to use. You want to get a bit that's just exactly the same size as your nail. Place it on there. Be careful, it's going to slide as you drill. Let's see, I've widened the hole. Test your nail. Fits just perfectly. I'll be able to just hammer that into the piece of wood. Nail, screw, it doesn't matter what you decide to use. You just use the size drill bit that works accordingly. Okay, so I've drilled the hole in my hose clamp. Place it on the piece of wood where you want it. Hammer that nail in. Make sure it's tight. Then you can screw your hose clamp back down. Great thing about using a nail or a screw is that it's adjustable. If you don't want it to be adjustable, you can use a staple on each side and staple it in place. I like mine to be adjustable so that I can make sure it gets maximum sunlight. Now, the distance that you want to go depends on the angle and the size of the mason jar, but mine is about 9 inches apart. That works really well for me, and I keep it at about a 30-degree angle, which gives it maximum sunlight. To hang it, I use a nice hefty eye bolt. My wood is thick enough that works. Screw that eye bolt in. It's nice and secure, it's not going anywhere. I have a hook on my front porch. Just hang it on that hook. And there you have it. That's strong enough for the mason jars when they're full of soil and plant. You should have no problems. If you watch my previous video on how to make an engraved plant marker, you can see I have those to label which herbs are planted in the mason jars. I just used a staple those down on the piece of wood, place them at an angle, and it looks really good. Now, the mason jars, one drawback is they do not drain, so make sure that depending on where you live and your temperature and your climate, watch the watering so that they don't have too much water sitting in them. You might drown your plants, or in case of where I live, it'll grow a lot of moss, which is taking away the nutrients from your plants. So there you have it. Easy project, looks great. A great talking piece for anyone coming to your door, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.